Bendito, sálvese quien pueda.
Everyone who's active in Cebu's nightlife scene knows about the famous salsa nights in the city. The Latin dance, originating from the Caribbean, is known for its sensual movements, have been picked up by many young Cebuanos. Together with other genres such as the Dominican bachata and Angolan kizomba, salsa is already a dance movement of the city. Now, salsa socials are done 3 times a week at Maya Mexican Restaurant, drawing in a big, hip, and international crowd. Let's hear it all from Cebu Salsa founder Jilly Enriquez on how this firecracker was able to jumpstart Cebu's salsa scene.
No se puede.
Hi everyone, I'm Rachel and welcome to the Tribes Show where we uncover stories and experiences in the urban jungle of Cebu. So this episode is going to be about the Latin music and dance scene in Cebu. So I have with me the firecracker who started it all, Miss Jilly Enriquez. Hi Jill.
Hi, Rach.
Hi, first of all, just introduce yourself and what you do.
So I'm Jilly. Well, I'm Jill, but people call me Jilly, and I'm the founder of the salsa, bachata, and kizomba social dancing scene in Cebu. So synonymous with Cebu Salsa Club.
Yeah. So as is the usual for Tribes, we always start with the origin story. So we want to know like how you discovered your love for salsa dancing and yes, your passion for it.
So actually, I am not a dancer by any means at all. So, but I do read, and reading led me to traveling, and traveling led me to dance. So, well, on one of my trips abroad, I was introduced to the Latin dance scene, and it was totally opposite of what I thought was Latin dance, because we do have a social dancing scene here, but it's very different. So when I got there, it was like, oh, this is new, this is exciting, interesting. I wish we had this in Cebu. And then of course, if you want something done, you have to do it yourself. So
Yeah.
that's basically it.
By social dancing, you mean ballroom?
Yeah, I mean, there is nothing against ballroom, it's great, but it was totally different from the culture that I saw over there. So, and I thought, like, I want this in Cebu. How come Cebu doesn't have this?
So you started everything from scratch.
Yes, and all because I just wanted to dance.
Really?
Yes, that was it. I just want to dance.
Yeah, so now Jilly is like synonymous to salsa dancing, right? We always see Jilly and salsa like it's together. But then we're curious though, like what do you do outside of salsa?
Now nothing else apparently. I can't. I don't have time. But before, well, I do sometimes still do it. I have an NGO. It's called Volunteer in Cebu. So it's been around for a while. We still do activities, but of course, it's taken a bit of a back seat to the salsa scene. But now we're putting it back out since it's December, and we have our 100 Santas project, and it's been running for several years now, and it's successful. So we're going to continue that. I also have Cebu Booze Cruises. Yes. Let's not talk about that.
But what is it about?
It's essentially from traveling as well, because I realized like when you go to other countries and you want to experience something, you just sign up and you group with a whole lot of other travelers, and then that's it.
You do it every month.
Yes. So I thought like I wanted to do island hopping. I wanted to be to have island hopping available for everybody. Not just because what we usually do, we book a whole boat, right? So what if you're traveling alone, how are you gonna get on these beautiful islands? So basically that was it. So just that same concept as well.
Wow, because of traveling, you were able to get a lot of new
A
ideas.
lot. Like travel really opens up your mind to like what is possible and what you can still do outside of what you see. So if you see something outside the country, like I bet we can do it better in Cebu.
Yeah,
So-
you're able to bring those ideas and maybe localize it for the Cebuano.
Trying.
Yeah.
Trying.
But yeah, I started also salsa because of you.
Yay.
Many years ago. But then I think I was one of your earliest
Yes.
students. And back then there were only 3 other guys who can dance.
Yes.
Leon, Ryan, and
Ryan.
John was also still learning. But then,
Yes,
how was
as
it
well.
like for you? Dancing. I mean, building the community from scratch.
If I had an idea that it was gonna be that hard, I wouldn't have done it.
Oh.
But it was just that I really liked it. I really enjoyed it, and it was hard in the beginning because we made several mistakes along the way. But luckily now we have mentors from outside who have went through what we were going through. So they tell me like, okay, so this is where you should be going. This is how you should be leading the community into.
So it's also very supportive, the whole.
Well, yeah, which is amazing. I wasn't actually expecting it to be like that, but they're like, no, keep doing what you're doing. It's great. I see the improvement, especially those who've been coming here for like the last 4 years, I think. Yeah. So they see the improvement.
What is the state of the salsa scene now in Cebu?
Oh, it's getting better. So now people that I talk to actually know that it's very separate from ballroom. They don't have that misconception anymore. They know what salsa is, they know what bachata is, and now we're slowly getting kizomba into the circle, and then they understand that it takes a good foundation to get to a certain level. We've had lots of people who sign up for the foundation classes, and then they keep retaking that same class because they really want to work on it. Because we've had, of course, we do get like some dancers who pass through, and then they always give compliments to our students, and then they say they've been only dancing for 5 weeks, but they're really good at following or at leading. They're very clear, so
That's good. You
Makes me
feel like
happy.
a proud mama.
oh yeah, my kids.
Yeah, aside from organizing these salsa nights, you're also doing the salsa classes.
Yes.
And organizing the salsa festivals.
Yes.
Even sourcing the shoes and everything, where we can get them. You've been very helpful with that, and it feels like you're building the whole ecosystem also, right?
Oh, but we're actually not totally, because like for example, the shoes, they were already here.
Yeah.
So it was just like transferring it from that to here, and then the social dancing, changing it like, because we do have quite a few ballroom dancers who dance with us, and then they do understand that when they go to these places, they dance this way, and then when they come to us, they also dance a different way because they understand like, okay, this is their style.
Okay. So it's just a bit of repackaging.
Yeah, it's just like a bit of a switch, a little switch, and it's not much difference actually.
Okay, so I've always been a fan of salsa, but to those who are not yet aware of the dance and are interested or kind of like intimidated by it, can you convince them to try salsa?
It's good for you.
Yeah, that's it.
It's good for you. It's healthy. No, but dancing in general improves your way of life. Like dance is not life. It improves your way of life. It's a form of exercise that is it's total. So you work on not just on your knowing your body, knowing which muscles you are moving, your weight transfers, finding your balance, and then at the same time you're also working your mind, because now like you're thinking about the music. So like, how do I move to this part of the song and this song? What would go great after this part to this part? So you're also exercising your creativity, and especially for girls, it's great because it develops your reflex. Because when a lead gives you a clue, so that he wants you to turn or do a move, you get like half a second to do it. Like, oh, this is what he wants.
Yeah, so you're also good at listening, I guess.
Yeah, you have to listen and then to respond, to communicate with your
Body
partner
language.
non-verbally. So as a lead, you are very clear about what you want your follower to do, and as a follower, you execute it.
Yeah, and I think, well, for traveling as well, it's one of the easiest activity to be in.
That is
right?
true, because everywhere you go, there's a thriving Latin dance scene everywhere. So it's like here. So when you come here at salsa night, there's no like, okay, that circle, that circle, that circle. Just go in, grab somebody, and dance.
Yeah.
And that's it.
You just need to bring heels. That's it.
Dancing shoes.
Yeah,
But if
yeah.
not dancing shoes, then closed shoes.
Yeah. How about the men? Try to convince them why they should try salsa.
Easy. 9 girls to 1 guy.
Okay.
We need men.
It's not a sausage fest.
No, but it's also great because I tell it as a joke, but it's actually true. This is probably one of the few situations where a girl will listen to you.
Yeah. Or they approach you too.
Yeah, and they
right?
approach you too. We encourage the girls to approach the guys because there isn't a lot of guys who dance.
Yes.
So what do you do? There's like 9 girls and 1 guy. So what do? You
Yes.
have to ask the guy to dance.
So guys, please dance salsa.
We need more guys.
Yes. So, what are your future plans for Cebu Salsa Club?
Oh, great. So for Cebu Salsa Club in January, we're planning a festival. So we did a trial one, like a mini festival last July, to see if we could do it, how the local community would react, and basically if we had the skills to organize it and the manpower. So the reaction has been, the feedback has been very positive. So we're doing it again in January, but this time in full force. Because as one of our mentors said, that to get better, you have to expose the community to more international, higher level artists. And so for us, we travel a lot to go to these festivals, to take workshops from these masters in their craft. And it's actually a bit expensive. And if all of us travel at the same time, it's going to be a lot of money. So we figured we'd bring them here instead. We'll get more locals exposed at a lesser price because we're going to be sharing the cost of all their fees. So that's why we're bringing them here. So we're looking forward to January and having all these amazing artists from all over the world.
Okay, so thank you, Jilly, for
you.
bringing salsa, bachata, and kizomba here in Cebu. If not
too.
for you, we wouldn't have this thriving scene, salsa tribe.
Probably still, but thank you.
Yeah, so maybe we can have like some shout outs to our audience, like what more information on what the event would be for January.
Right. So in January we have this event. We're bringing in some of the top bachata stars in the world right now. Some of the top bachata DJs, salsa teachers from all over the world. They're coming here to teach, and also kizomba teachers from all over the world. They're coming here to teach us. So it would be great if you could come join us. So look for us on Facebook and on Instagram. We're Cebu Salsa Club, and then the other account is Cebu Beach Festival. So see you.
I'll give you 5 good reasons why everybody should try salsa. 1. It's great cardio. 2. At a female to male ratio of 5:1, it will never be a sausage.
At a female to male ratio of 5:1, it will never be a sausage party. Men who can dance are flocked and adored by women. Do you know that it's actually the ladies who approach the men and ask to dance with them? So men, hear this. It is only during salsa nights that you will see the rare occasions when a woman actually listens to you.
3. You get in touch with your body and body language.
With salsa, you learn important life skills. Dance isn't just about physical activity and musicality. A huge part of salsa is knowing how to listen. It's understanding subtle body language, hand signals, knowing where to go, when to turn, and being in tune with yourself and your partner. It's about fine-tuning intuition, and soon you can understand what people meant without even uttering a word.
4. It's not an expensive hobby and you can do it anywhere around the world.
You can do it wherever in the world. Salsa is a very convenient hobby to do. There's no need for heavy-duty or expensive equipment to get you into dancing. Plus, in every big city in the world, there's always a thriving salsa scene. Even if you don't know the language or the culture, dance is a universal language, and it's so easy to make friends if you bond through dance. All you need is to pack your dancing shoes and you're good to go.
5, it's sexy. And I think that's the only reason why everybody should try salsa.
If not for the dancing, check out the 2-in-1 specials. They have 2-in-1 mojitos on salsa nights, such as mojitos, Cuba Libres, depending on the day you'll come. And finally, the biggest reason why you should try salsa is because it's hot. Salsa is sultry, sizzling. It's hot to see a man dance and know how to lead. It's hot for women to move their hips and flip their hair like that. So if you'd like to know more information on Cebu Salsa Club classes, festivals, and events, check out their social media on the links here.